Hello, everyone. This episode is dedicated to The Giving Pies, a black-owned bakery in San Jose. Tesla canceled an order for 4,000 pies with no notice in early February, which cost The Giving Pies a fortune. The community gathered in support, allowing them to rebound shortly afterwards. But nonetheless, if you find yourself in San Jose, you ought to swing by. Tell them Profiteers vs. the People sent you. Speaking of Profiteers vs. the People, that is the name of this show. Money Mike is on a pilgrimage currently, so in light of current events and our desire to please the mighty and mysterious algorithm, let's check in on Elon Musk and see what he's been up to since our series concluded last year. I'm RadBill, and I ain't got no money. This is Profiteers vs. the People. Yeah, it'll be great when he gets back. So, the GDP of a small country is officially going to Elon Musk at time of recording. Roughly $46 billion hangs in the mix, which is more than enough to make up for Elon's near total loss on his Twitter investment. Unsurprisingly, Elon, who is already worth an amount of money that is nearly impossible to comprehend, really wants this payout. But RadBill, I hear some of you asking, we didn't talk too much about this pay package in our series. What's going on here? Well, we wrapped up our series on Elon by talking about Elon's bullshit and Twitter and all the problems and pitfalls with Tesla and the unethical testing conducted for Neuralink and Starlink. But because Elon is still alive, there isn't a natural conclusion to bring these ventures to. So, we did our best to address the philosophical tensions present with all of these ventures and all of Elon's behavior. Good enough, we thought. Fundamental flaws will continue to perpetuate themselves, so instead of pointing out their conclusions, we can show you what these flaws are, and you can use your new understanding of these flaws to wrap your head around stories as they break. For the most part, problem solved. For months afterwards, things carried on the way they had before. Here's a quick rundown. Elon has come out as being even more against the trans community than previously thought, and has thoughtlessly parroted right-wing talking points, only now he's doing it even more and promoting even scarier figureheads like the one lady who doxes people and doesn't like liberals and is on TikTok and isn't getting plugged here. He tried suing Sam Altman, another massive asshole who we've covered, and his company OpenAI, which we've also covered, only to be thwarted when Sam released emails showing that Elon had openly and avidly encouraged the company's move to being for profit. The first human trial of Neuralink is not going so well, as much of the device has just fallen apart in the test subject's brain. And Elon's moving away from X back to more of a Twitter-type Twitter. To his defense, it didn't appear that Elon Musk ever really had an understanding of how Twitter or X worked. He unintentionally broadcasted his pornography consumption habits on numerous occasions. He was forced under oath to confirm the use of a shill account to talk shit about his ex, Grimes, and refer to himself as a king. But more broadly, one of the many challenges Elon Musk is faced with today is that, for better or for worse, he has taken over the world. He kind of is a king of sorts. And this means two things. Number one, Elon's massive failures have massive consequences. And billionaires don't like massive consequences. Neom's ultimate failure, for example, was due in part to Hyperloop One shutting down. Number two, again, Elon Musk is a world leader now, and thus he gets the world leader treatment from the press and from the public. So not only are there huge ramifications to his failures, but when he makes a massive mistake or pulls some bullshit, he's met with an uproar from the public. Small-time barons can do all the union suppression they want, and plenty of times it won't even make it into local newspapers, but Elon does it in Sweden, and people are boycotting Tesla in New England. Does this mean he's going to change his behavior or change company policy? No, definitely not. In fact, Elon won't even change his floor mats or the floor mats in his cars. The company has been in and out of court for a decade with Christina Ballin, a now cancer-ridden employee who they fired when she warned that the floor mats on the Model S ran the risk of curling underneath the brake pedal of the car in 2014. The only difference between then and now is that a customer recorded proof of a near identical issue in the Cybertruck, and it was judged in the court of public opinion instead of just a regular old court, which forced Tesla to mount the stupid plastic panel that slides around on the brake pedal of the Cybertruck onto that brake pedal so it stopped sliding around. We talked about complaints raised about sexual harassment at SpaceX a few years ago, but Elon has continued harassing women there. It was recently made public that after having sex with an intern and another employee, he asked a different female employee to have his babies. When she refused, Musk refused her request for a raise and complained about her performance. What all this suggests, is that Elon doesn't want to change or serve people. Experts can be mocked, and the little guy can be ignored or scared silent. He wants to do whatever he wants and avoid being held accountable, which is what makes the news flash from January so damn funny. In 2018, a former thrash metal drummer decided that Elon Musk's pay package was unfair and sued the bastard. Now, there's plenty to criticize about the pay package Elon Musk secured for himself 6 long and horrible years ago. One such problem is that its validity relied a great deal on the company's market cap or market capitalization. Now, for those who are learning as they listen, we can calculate the market capitalization of a company by multiplying the number of shares that exist for a specific company by the value of each share. What this means is that Tesla, which self-identified as the company that was going to electrify the automotive world, chose to pay its CEO based almost entirely on how much that CEO, Elon Musk, was able to make the stock price go up. Now, mind you, a high stock price, we're all seeing this firsthand, can be completely disconnected from a company's growth objectives or mission statement. Here's an example. For years, Elon Musk brought Tesla to profitability by selling carbon credits to big polluters. Basically, for those learning as they listen, again, every car has the right to pollute a certain amount each year, and your electric car doesn't use any of that allowance, which would be great, except to reach a profit, Elon sold all of those unused allowances to the big polluters for them to use. And they were all used, meaning despite your effort, nothing changed except the company that just failed at, quote, saving the planet, reached its stock milestone. Speaking of milestones, here's a quick breakdown of the milestones in the pay package we're talking about here. We thought this might be helpful to share. You have a handful of annual revenue goals and revenue milestones, and then you have the market cap milestones, which really seem to be the part that determines what Elon actually takes home. Milestone 1 is a $100 billion valuation. Milestone 2 is a $150 billion valuation. Milestone 3 is a $200 billion valuation, and so on up to a $650 billion valuation, or $650 billion market cap, to use our keyword from before. Each one of these milestones in Elon Musk's pay package entitled Elon to a tranche of options equal to 1% of the entire company. Now, Elon missed a revenue milestone and a handful of revenue goals, leaving 25 million options on the table. However, he hit every one of those 12 market capitalization milestones and thus was entitled to options to purchase 303 million shares of Tesla stock, which is a little shy of 12% of the entire company, or the equivalent of $56 billion at the end of 2023. Now, the emphasis on share price in Tesla's 2018 press release announcing the package wasn't what pissed off the heavy metal drummer that decided to take Elon to court, though. He was concerned that although Elon and his brother recused themselves from the 2018 vote that confirmed the package, they still participated in negotiating the package on Elon's behalf leading up to the vote. And they had help from the second richest person on Tesla's board as well, which was Elon Musk's divorce attorney. Actually, one of the Murdochs is on the board too, which is funny because, climate change denier, all that stuff. In fact, the whole board was apparently way too close to Elon for comfort. No negotiation happened, and the package wound up being 250 times greater than typical CEO compensation packages at similar companies. This is why in January of this year, Judge Kathleen McCormick, who forced Elon Musk to buy Twitter in 2022, sided with Mr. Richard Tornetta, that same metal drummer who owns just 9 shares in the company, and stripped Elon Musk of his $56 billion payout. Now, this ruling didn't object to the $56 billion figure as much as it objected to the fact that Elon and all of his buddies came up with it. What McCormick did here effectively is say, shame on you, Elon, and shame on you, Elon Musk's board. Go home and think about what you've done. Now, Elon is an idiot, but he's smart enough to know that only a group of his closest friends could be relied upon to agree to a pay package like this one, which is why he didn't change a thing when he went back to the drawing board. In fact, what Elon Musk did was just rewind the tape. No changes at all were made to the board, and no substantial changes were made to Elon's pay package.
And if anything, Elon seems far more distracted than he did in 2018, seemingly intent on sidelining his electric car business for the AI business he supposedly loathes so deeply.
Thus, it doesn't surprise us at Profiteers vs. the People that when they put it up to a vote among a very similar group of institutions and retail shareholders, just like they did in 2018, the pay package passed, just like it did in 2018. Because the story isn't over yet, we're going to do exactly what we did to round out our 3-piece series on the man. Elon Musk rewound the tape, which means if we at Profiteers vs. the People were placing bets, our chips would slide over the scenario where the magnificent Richard Tornetta takes Elon's big dumbass to court again, and everyone's favorite Kathleen McCormick strips Elon of his pay package just like last time. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Love you. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our shit in the down there thingy. And goodbye.